Hello, I'm Kim Wilson. This is Ryan Ziprick. We have Rhonda Belford, who is our Illinois National Chairwoman. We are here at Republican Day at the State Fair here in Springfield, Illinois. And we are here right now, and we would like to introduce Rhonda to you. And Rhonda?
Hello, Rhonda. Good to see you.
Yeah, I've been called a whole lot worse. That's okay.
We'll make it fun.
Yeah,
right.
And I like to have a good time. But
All right. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Rhonda Belford, but that reminds me of an old joke. When I was trying to tape one of my first songs, I also sing and write, and they always said, oh, you want to keep down what you write, and so I was trying to tape one of my songs, and I won't tell you how bad I messed up my own name, but my name is Rhonda Belford. I hail from the very southeastern tip of the state, and I'm your newly elected RNC National Committee woman. I was actually installed the very next day after the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. It was really and it is the honor of my lifetime. I also serve as your Republican County Chairman's Association president. I'm on my second term. I'm the first female to hold that title.
Awesome.
So it's quite an honor, and I'm very pleased to do that. It's all 102 counties in the state. So I have been used to traveling the state and working with all of our county chairmen, our organizations, our legislators, those types of things. So that's nothing new for me, but now we're moving that into a national level. And I had been attending some of the RNC meetings to represent our county chairman and to in the stead of our ILGOP chairperson on different levels. So it's nothing new that I had been able to attend some of those meetings for some time. So I had been making friends for some time at that level. I was pleased to serve as a delegate for President Trump in 2020.
Thank you for that very much.
And this time I was very pleased to serve as an alternate delegate for President Trump. So I'm very used to doing that, and I am a servant leader. I believe that's what we all should be doing, and of course I've been grown up through the ranks of the grassroots for many years.
That's where we all start, right?
Yeah, that's where we all start. So as just a kid at the age of 13, standing out, handing out cards for different candidates to help them get elected, and I believe that's what we are charged to do. And all politics, in my opinion, is local. Mm-hmm. So, and it's so important, and I think people are reaching out now saying, hey, I think that's why you're seeing so many new people now, because they want to get involved, because they can no longer sit on the sidelines. They know how important it is for their families. They're seeing what's going on around them, and they want to get involved because they're seeing what's happening in their schools. They're seeing what's happening, in the grocery lines. It's getting hard to even feed their families, and the high taxes and the crime rates and those types of things. So I think that's why you're seeing people no longer, especially that are getting out and running for offices that never did before, small business owners. It's not the politicians that you're seeing that are lifelong so-called establishment or things like that. And of course, I don't like the term rhinos, because we're seeing people that are Democrats or no longer Democrats coming over because the Democrat Party has left them, and so to speak. And I hail from, like I said, the very southeastern tip of the state. It took a long time. 8-10 years before the southern part of the state really became red. And it's pretty ruby red, and it's moving on up. So I know the northern part of the state can really take a lesson from that. It's not going to happen overnight, but those folks are seeing, and I've been here at the fair talking to people from the Chicagoland area, and I hear a lot of remnants of hope, and what we're seeing now. In the Chicago and the suburban areas that had folks had moved out, and they had kind of changed DuPage and some of those areas and turned them more blue or more purple. But we're starting to see things change in the Cook County area, and it's not going to happen overnight. We can't expect it to. But we have a hope, and that's one of my goals as a National Committee woman, and what we've been working on with the County Chairman's Association, now going on my second term. We meet very often, providing educational resources, through Zoom and physically. We had a conjoined meeting this morning. The chairmen are getting engaged. We've got a lot of new chairmen. We've got some chairmen who've been there a long time, but by and large, a lot of them are new. They're hungry for information that they can take back to their constituents.
And that's one of the biggest things. We have a new chairman in Morgan County, Chris Ginder.
There you go.
New Republican chairman.
I'm the vice chair.
And vice chair, also Kim Wilson.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also, and as your role as national committee woman for
Yeah.
Illinois,
Yeah.
you have a lot of roles you cover. You have a lot of tasks you're on top
Yes.
of. You want to give a couple of those out that you're jumping
Well,
on or
one of
working
the
on?
things that working with the RNC, their big thing this time is swamp the vote and protect the vote, because it's so important to get the vote out. And that's one thing that we're working with, and it's in conjunction with the state party. The RNC is rolling that out, and we've got an election integrity committee. They have been doing these trainings all up and down the state, and we just had 2 of those trainings that were presented on the 8th and the 12th, right before the state fair here, that folks, our county chairman, that they could Zoom in and have their county organizations tap into to talk about that. That was something that was pushed out by the RNC that we're taking hold of as the state party and as our county organizations to help them not only get poll watchers, to show how important it is to have election judges, to show how important it is to get people registered, to get the vote out, to swamp the vote, and to then protect the vote, to make sure, because we saw what happened not just a short time ago. You can't get complacent and just think that people are going to turn out on their own. You want to make sure you get your friends, your neighbors, make sure they're registered, make sure they get out and vote. As you can see what's happening, vote early, and because you can't just by and large, we'd love to have it just on election day, but till we get back in charge and we can change that law till it is one day election, we've got to beat the Democrats at their own game. And you can't count on just being able to do that. Somebody may get sick, something may happen the day of, so we've got to beat them at their own game.
Arizona, I think it was.
Exactly.
In that one county.
Maricopa.
Exactly.
The polling places weren't open for like a couple hours into
Yes.
the day because of malfunction. So
Well,
Uh-huh.
there was
a bunch
more
of
to
those
it than
votes.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
part
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
But a
Yes.
bunch of the votes were not able to be counted because of that. So when
Exactly. And the problem is, too, that our mail system, if they do, wait on the mail, we had a lot of mail last time that came in after the fact.
Right.
So you want to be cautious about that. In fact, if you are doing a vote by mail, that maybe you want to hand carry that back, or if you get a vote by mail, you want to take it in and surrender that, and then actually vote at the polls. Even that is a problem too sometimes.
This just popped up. So Pennsylvania, if I remember right, just came out saying that they're not going to guarantee election results on that day. They've already said that it's going to take a couple of days for Pennsylvania's election results to come out.
So see, there's all kinds of stuff starting to come out.
What do you know about
That's
Illinois?
so-
Are they what's Illinois going to do with
It's so
theirs?
important that our election authorities, and we're on those types of things with our election integrity committee, and that's why we're encouraging every county to have an election integrity committee, an election integrity task force. So, and we have those types of things. You can go to rcca.gop, and there's trainings that are available. We have an election integrity director through our state party, and that we're trying to set up those task forces, especially in counties that are deemed maybe very susceptible. Yes, that there might be those types of things that might be very susceptible. So we would like to have every county to have an election integrity task force. So somebody would be in charge, whether that is the county chairman, or that the county chairman would assign somebody
Right.
to be responsible to see that things are in place properly, that there are poll watchers, that there are election integrity folks, judges in place, and that those safeguards are in place to prevent those types of things from happening.
And I was thinking too, would they have legal representation to go talk to? Like if they knew
Yes,
something, we'd have a lawyer
and they
there.
do assign. That's something else that the RNC is doing. I get a list and a reporting of all the lawsuits, in fact, that are happening through all these different states right now from before, especially on ballots that are being tossed and things like that. And there are lawyers that are being assigned find in particular places, attorneys, things like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes and things like that. So we would encourage folks to reach out. And there are emails and websites that are available, and you can reach out to me. I don't have that. I can't remember all that and memorize. But yeah, if you'll put that, I can get you those links and everything too, because some of that stuff is getting given out during the training. So I can get you those links, and I will share that with you, so you can post that as well, so people can direct that. So I appreciate everything you guys are doing and getting out that education. It's great to be with you here at the fair, and just Godspeed to everybody. Get out the vote, swamp the vote, protect the vote. Those are the things we're going to be working on, and then I think we'll be very successful coming in.
Okay, and is there any website in particular or anything that you want to share
Well,
right now?
the Chairman's Association is RCCA.gop, and it has a host of links and that you can go from there. And we link up to the state party, to the RNC, to all of those things. You can find out all of your chairmen throughout the state, events that are going on throughout the state, and then if you want to submit an event that you're having or others can, it's great for candidates. They love it because they can see what's going on. And if you want to submit an event, then you can do that as well.
Rhonda, we'd hope to have you to bring you to
Love to.
We'd love that.
I'd be glad to. It'd be my honor. Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Rhonda, so much for being here today and letting us talk to you, have this nice conversation, what's going on, and over and out. God bless.
Thank you.